now?
So we have our instruments on our way back to the office, straight into the studio, and we'll try them out. Also, I brought my violin today, which I bought in a whim at some point.
Right.
But what we want to do is more.
Opening theme.
I don't know. Let's see what kind of weird sounds we can get out of here. But what I really want to do is use this bow and maybe see what kind of sounds I can produce.
Maybe you can try with the bow and the thing.
Let's see if it all works.
Man, that's the one.
We came up with our personalized instrument palette to give the film a custom sound, and Harry, our in-house studio manager and engineer, helped us achieving the sound we were after and also turning it into a playable sample library.
Spooky cats. That's how it sounds like in Switzerland. Everywhere. It sounds nuts through the amp.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Okay, so
what are we doing?
currently,
Like maybe the mics and stuff.
yeah, let's start with the mics in here. So basically, we have because we wanted to reamp the tempora, we've split them up into different rooms so that we can really drive the amp. So the amp is over in Studio B, which is just across the corridor there. And then we've put everything that we're actually going to sample live, the instrument and everything that we're going to capture from that, into the room that we're recording in, just for lack of a better place.
Cool.
Which means that we've got to be really quiet, because any noise on that sample will be heard a million times. But on the tempora itself, we've got the first ones that we placed when we were kind of trying things out with these coals, just because we weren't quite sure initially what the best way to actually capture it would be. We kind of had a bit of a investigative period, and we came up with this placement not through any kind of scientific means, just for the fact that it sounds good. There's not really much bass resonance from the body of this box that kind of propagates much further out than just right next to it. So getting them really up close, although for a lot of instruments it would just be very boomy, wouldn't be very tactile, this has actually given us this kind of really even representation across the strings, but also means that we've got a lot of this bass pickup as well. So yeah, a weird placement, but actually probably one of the most balanced for this instrument.
Cool.
And one of the really cool things about that as well, actually, is that there's all these harmonics that are getting kicked off from this, which are quite harsh on, well, they're quite harsh on the 149s, but the Coles round them off really nicely. And also it means that if we get into the realm of kind of pitching things down and picking out those harmonics even more, then they're going to be a lot sweeter in the upper register. So that's cool.
Yeah, actually I like the bow change when it goes.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Did you show me some shorts?
Yeah, well, the plucks.
Show me your shorts. And you're not filming.
It's all on camera. Dirty Uncle Ollie on camera.
They're amazing.
They're nice, aren't they?
So they're muted plugs.
Yeah, that's the muted,
Yeah.
and then we've got the dirt, and then
These ones are like classic instrument ones.
yeah.
Next week is going to be a major week of writing. Now it's like making sounds, making instruments, which is a big part. Like kind of decide on the color of the score and stuff, which is quite, yeah, it's almost as important, I would say. But now we've got that, or we're about to have it, and then yeah,
What are you going to offer him then to see next week?
the director.
Yeah.
Hopefully the opening theme, which Christian will write. Homay is probably going to sing on it, I think, or hum, or being ghostly. And then, yeah, I want to have some key scenes. There's like a really long queue, like a 5-minute queue that goes through all the different aspects of the film. So there's going to be a little bit of her investigating theme. It's going to be a little bit of her with her father, like kind of the bonding theme. And then there's also kind of a scary moment in there. So it's going through all the different stages. That's going to be quite an important cue. So I was planning on maybe doing that. Well, not maybe, I'll do that this week. And maybe a couple of others, and the Homay can do maybe 3 to 4 cues. But yeah, we need to have the instruments first, and then Christian needs to compose the opening theme, closing theme. We need to send him all the instruments. He needs to send us his instruments, so we're all up to scratch. But I think after tomorrow, we'll have a big bunch done, production-wise, and planned it out. So, day 2 of sampling. I'm just gonna go upstairs. I've been looking at some pianos in the morning for a little studio downstairs. And I'm gonna go and see Henry and Jess doing some sampling, see how it goes, how it sounds. Making sure it's all good. Right, so this is instrument number 2. So I'm gonna do the selfie. This is Homay and I. Homay. Yeah, we've got this mini steel pan kind of thing, as you guys know. And we kind of want some ghostly sounding stuff, and Henry is gonna play the thing. And we've mic'd it up in a similar way. We've got Coles on top and on the bottom. Neumann pair on top. Kind of room-ish mics. And then the amp setup is the same as with the tambura. And we're just gonna record some hits, like 4 round robins, 3 dynamics. Fairly simple. Make a spooky kind of melody.
Some hits.
Jess is engineering.
Hey.
And Homay is leaving the room. Let's get some chairs. First production meeting, I guess, is more to talk about how we're gonna tackle now the start.
Yeah.
Now we've got the instrument.
Yeah.
Kind of palette and color. Now we're gonna use your triple felt piano, then the steel pan. I think we could transition.
Tambura,
and then the strings.
Yeah.
Have we decided on the size now then? Or did you said?
No, I was thinking.
1 3 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder. I don't know. Yeah, maybe a bass would be good. Yeah.
I'd love to have a bass.
Okay,
I think.
great.
Really cool.
Yeah.
We add something really.
So we basically got, like, we can have a quartet or quintet, but then we can also create a section sound with the cellos. That's what I was thinking. That'll, if you wanted to have something that sounds a little bit more chambery with the cellos, that'll sit a lot easier with 3 players than the 2 or 1.
Okay. Cool.
So that's my thinking. Is I'm basically writing for a quintet, but occasionally we might want to open out the cellos, so
Okay.
really section. I mean, my hope would be for us, where the players are concerned, if we contact Hillary early enough, is to get people like Ren and get like really
top class.
Yeah, but also just not kind of people who are cool doing the slightly more interesting style.
Okay.
And people who can really contribute. I think that's what will make it, as opposed to just, hey, got a string section, we'll do the same old, you know.
Okay. I think that was pretty much it. So we get this sorted, and now we establish a template that we're gonna or the sound. So we're gonna start, or we're gonna wait for you.
No. You crack on.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that the opening and closing can
just
stand alone, really. Well, cool.
Cool. Well, it's all really straightforward, I guess.
Exciting. Yeah.
And then it's you and I getting together, and we work out a system.
Yeah.
Where we have like a master session where we can put in the cues and then make.
Yeah, I mean, talking about, because a lot of people's first films will often be in a pair. You know, if you look at, is it Jake and Jasher with the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what tends to happen with slightly more without sounding patronising, with slightly more junior composers, they tend to pair them. I mean, Harry Gregson Williams and John Powell did a bunch of scores together. If you want it to sound homogeneous, I think you have to kind of infect each other's cues.
Yes. Yeah. I think that'd be cool because I sometimes work with another composer as well, and then he sends unfinished cues, and then I kind of fill stuff in, and that kind of unifies it a little bit.
Yeah,
so
that's what I
could work in a
mentioned
similar
earlier,
way.
that we have sort of the master of our, we can just kind of dip in and listen through it, like stylistically.
Yeah,
how you
but
frame
even
things.
earlier, I'm saying, like even in like even going into each other's like logic session,
Yeah.
to really kind of complement it or
Yeah.
feedbacking each other. So
Yeah,
it's-
not too worried
Yeah.
about it.
yeah, no, it's gonna be cool. I think that's pretty much it.
Cool. Awesome. Really looking forward to this.
Yeah, so.
What was we're talking mainly about the recording and the instrumentation and what we should go for, whether it should be a quartet, quintet, or what the setup should be. So we went for a setup of 1-1-1-3-1, and the cellos, 3 cellos, because I think it was just giving a bit more depth and
A section sound if we
Yeah,
if we needed to. Just some encouraging words about us collaborating and
yeah, I think just seeking out a bit of his expertise, I guess, in this
Yeah.
case. And then, I think we just discussed slightly how we should approach working with each other and what to set up, and talking about the template, I think.
yeah, template.
The template.